When do you introduce a partner to your child? Do you do it 6 months down the line? Do you do it a year down the line?
Can I tell you, when you're in a relationship, there's something that is nice
You're
about
in cloud
you.
nine, man. Yes.
You're more willing to give. Like, one of
And
my
you
opportunity in yourself. Like, you have one good
Yes.
being
Yes.
taken care of. And it's
Yes.
nice to have shared responsibility, right? Because, yes, you're not necessarily handing over your child to the other person. But it's nice for somebody to say, I went to Nike and I got your son these sneakers.
Yes.
I love communication. I won't lie. If you don't tell me you went somewhere, to me it's as far as you didn't go. So if I see it on Instagram, oh my God, you better be able to answer. It's quiet at the same breath. I don't want to lie to you.
The men I like, I will give all the time in the world to. The men I do not like are the ones that irritate me. Why are you talking to me? Why do you want my time? Why do you want my energy? Ufunani. But it's purely because I do not like you. But when I like you, I don't mind the attention that I'm getting from you.
But the exes are also very tricky because then they keep popping up. Every
Yeah.
Hi, Gabi.
Greetings, welcome to another episode of 40 something. This is where we discuss life, love, and everything else that has to do with navigating life in your 40s. It is a very interesting time. It comes with lots of growth. It comes with lots of learnings.
Yeah.
It comes with lots of knowing of self.
And a lot of daunting things.
And a lot of daunting things, such as today's episode.
Yeah.
Welcome to it. My name is Mpho, Maboi.
And I'm Gabi Mbele.
So speaking of daunting things, life in your 40s, as I said, comes with a lot of growth. It also comes with a lot of baggage, especially if you find yourself, like myself, being divorced. So if I now have to get into today's topic, which is dating in your 40s, it becomes very interesting when you have an entire marriage behind you, I saw a TikTok the other day, which I thought was just the perfect analogy for dating in your 40s. Right. So when you come in, you're in your 20s, you are man. You have this little
still at the club
self-consciousness, you have a little bit of shyness, you have a little bit of maybe, things you did in your 20s that you don't necessarily want to share with anybody, but your baggage is minimal.
It's minimal,
right?
Yeah.
But then when you're in your 40s, you come with a child or more. You come with the baggage and hurt of your
show
previous...
me your vitamins, I'll show you mine.
Do you get what I mean?
There's also that.
And then there's the traumas that might have come from being in a relationship that didn't work. Yeah. And the learnings and the triggers and this... And it's a lot.
To be honest, for some odd reason, at that point is also the point where you actually know yourself so well.
Absolutely.
And you don't settle. Yeah.
It becomes, I feel like that knowing of self makes dating even more tricky because I know myself so well. What I would have bent over backwards for and sort of let go.
Don't ask me to do that now.
It's a pink flag. It's not a red flag. Now,
it's blood red.
It's blood red. It's red, and let's keep it moving, right? Yeah. But in that, let's keep it moving. Have we become very less patient in dating?
I want to be... Look, I think you asking the wrong person. I'm not patient anymore. I don't have time anymore. I don't have room to be Bob the Builder. Let's start there.
Of course, no one
wants
to be Bob the Builder. I
also don't have room to settle for BS with like
a grown human being.
I mean... What do you mean usesegini? Or what do you mean umamami? Umdala ndoda. Umamami.
Yeah.
You should be saying usisibani umama anto. Angibazi baba bizani manje abafana. You know
Abo auntie.
No boys really say. They don't say umami. Yo run. Magati umami. My brother says umami by the way.
Mara, what if he says bomma?
But he's only 20s.
Hi. Bomma.
This red flag there. Run away.
But
Uthengele mama kama Katniss, not wena, sweetie.
surely you want a man that actually loves and respects his mom, because that would be a reflection of how he can take care of you, not
90% of the time, bomma. And I really love men who love their mothers, because that means you have some kind of understanding of how to treat a woman.
yes.
90% of the time, uboma yena lo, or who's being coddled, is the problem. You can't eat imali yomntanam, or you can't. Why did you buy her that weave? It's 5,000 rand. Or why is she driving a Mercedes? Because tengelo mfanam. That means she's entitled to be in that. That's where the danger is with bomma.
Yeah.
But I also feel like it could be a benefit. There's some bommas who are really good women that want the best for their sons and want to see their sons happy. But there are those toxic bommas.
So it's all about finding
about
that
taking
balance.
groza for me first before you buy for your family. What do you mean?
It is very tricky. So I've found trying to date. So I'll be honest. I've tried the dating apps, which are horrible, by the way.
Oh, I was once on Bumble.
I was on Bumble.
Oh, you did?
I was on Bumble. I've been on Hitch. I've been on it's oh, and I was on Raya.
What?
So Raya is,
I don't know half those apps you just. I know there's Tinder, which I was never gonna get.
no,
on
I was never
because
going to be on Tinder because that's a hookup spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no one's on Tinder looking for love.
I was 2 years old. I
No,
thought Tinder
if
was
you're on
love.
Tinder looking for love, go judge. Because I can tell you now, no one on Tinder is looking for love.
Okay, I didn't catch on very fast. I think Bumble was the one I caught on fast with, because I was like, oh, it seems like
I liked
safe.
the
It was like
control of
Facebook.
Bumble.
Yeah, because the woman
Yes.
can say, yeah, that's, I think, okay, maybe that's
Yes.
why I was attracted to it. Everything else I just kind of like.
But I find the men on Bumble very weird. Weird in the sense that as much as women, you are the one making the decision. Once you do make the decision, they then almost want to take over. And it's like, yo, relax. Why are you coming
I don't
across
think
as
I
a
got
little...
that far.
Why are you coming across as a little... Hey, you're a lot, man. Cool.
I don't think I got
you
that
cool
far.
down.
Yeah.
So that was my issue with Bumble. Hitch was full of liars. And
Hitch as in Will Smith movie. Hitch.
Yes, so
That's
it's called
crazy.
that. So Hitch is full of liars, and I say liars because I also saw a thread on Hitch, and they said that a lot of guys on Hitch are actually homosexuals. I was like, that makes a lot of sense. So a homosexual is a man who dates looking for a place to move into. So they literally lure you into a relationship because they are hoping that the relationship would move so fast that eventually you will move in together. So basically, he doesn't really have a plan for his life or a place to live or whatever. And that normally happens when it is older woman, younger man, right? So they will love bomb you very quickly because they want you to fall as quickly as possible.
I think I've been there. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because they literally want to move in with you. And then there's Raya. So Raya is international celebrity app. You apply to get into it. You must know someone who's on Raya to be able to recommend you for Raya. There's like
It's like the Porsche, like owning a Porsche, because you need somebody to recommend you to get into Porsche.
It's like there's a waiting process, so you don't just get in. But that's where you will see the likes of your Lewis Hamiltons, your Chris Hemsworth.
It's giving Pimp Golding.
So with Raya, the problem is everybody is living like an elite private jet life that makes you feel like
above my pay grade.
I don't belong here. You know? So Raya is just, it's a lot. Let's the CEO, let's the guys from Dubai. No, but for me, like I say, it just made me feel like I'm punching above my weight, Lana. Because if the dude says, let's meet in Italy, or
and you've got money to get to Limpopo,
budget. It's not gonna work.
But a man who's that wealthy on a dating app should easily be able to pay for you.
I would understand why he is that wealthy on a dating app, because it becomes very difficult to date when you are successful, which brings me back to my next
because then there's that
point.
also the gold diggers are coming for you.
But it's not just gold diggers. Let's be honest. When you're at a particular point of success in your life as a female, it becomes very difficult to be discerning as to what kind of a guy likes you. Do you now go for a C-suite guy who might not necessarily have time for you or time for the relationship? Because now, let's be honest,
You also don't have time, right?
you know what
But
I mean?
I feel like
we are
that's a
juggling.
perfect balance. I'd
But
probably
then
go
there's the
for.
flip side. In your 40s, I'm sure you get hit on by a lot of men in their 20s. You get hit on by abo, hey ma.
Yeah, but
And then now we are cousin. To be
'cause
honest,
it's like,
there's that little thing that I still got it.
little do they know.
Still got it.
Yeah.
So trying to find that balance between a man who might be rebuilding his life, let's be honest, men in their 40s are rebuilding their lives, some of them are divorced and still trying to find their feet after divorce. Are you willing to go through that process of not necessarily being Bob the Builder, but being in a healing process with somebody who himself is healing from past hurts? Do you have the time to, another element, be a stepmom? Because whether you like it or not, at our age, what are the chances you're
Of
going
you bumping
to find
to a man who doesn't have a child. And
you get
they're
what I
having
mean?
them even younger now. So.
Do you get what I mean? And it might not just be a child, because we assume because your kid is 13, this might be kids in their 20s.
90% of the time, yeah. Especially
You're
our
going
kids, yeah.
to have to deal with a grown human being who's going to
Yeah.
say to you, I don't like you for my dad. I don't think you're good enough for my dad.
People
Is
with
your ego,
proper speech.
is your ego
Yeah.
okay to hear that from a child?
And you know what? I think the hardest one is when you bump into, I would assume, bump into a man who's got a girl child. Because dads and their daughters, that's a whole war that you're not ready to
But it's
raise
like
with.
me, moms and their
Especially
sons.
if it's a grown. Look, do you know what's so funny? The opposite is actually not applicable. Sons are possessive of their moms, but the moment a man kind of looks like my mom is happiest when this person, boys flip. They're willing to take that.
I hear you.
The other side.
I hear you.
Ask
But it's the same with when he feels like you are not taking good care of my mom.
Yeah.
They switch off to the guy,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
become not the nicest.
They're not
of
nicest
human
people,
beings,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But it's only because they want to be protective. So it's hard, and then there's the element of, if we're going to be talking about partners, when do you introduce a partner to your child? Do you do it 6 months down the line? Do you do it a year down the line? So far, ever since I've been divorced, my son has met one person. And that was also after like a year of dating this person, that I felt like, okay, it's okay for you to meet my son. Well, things ended up not working out, but it took me that long for my son to be able to meet this person, because I needed to be, in inverted commas, sure of the person. Because the one thing I don't want, and this is, I don't know, it's a maybe an insecurity of mine, being with a boy child. The one thing I would hate is for my son one day to be sitting there in his 20s and going, my mom was a hoe.
I didn't even think, no.
No, because he would have met how many uncles? So that's why I
Also, why ni busy ni loko ni thabo uncle labantu lava?
That's why I'm deliberate about
Niletha abo
my
stranger
kid
things, Anina?
not meeting the men I date. So, Mina, I have to be in a serious relationship before you can meet my son. Otherwise, Shem, I'm sorry, ngijola laphaya estradini. I will come to your house gladly. How you navigate your kids is your business, but I'm not bringing you to my house. Do you get what I mean? You are not coming to my house unless if Tato is not there for the weekend. Then you can come to my house. But in Jenjenje, you're not coming to my house.
I hear you.
Hi, Gabi. Because, like I say, I wouldn't want my kid to be sitting there going,
Manjubanlo.
oh, isn't that Kilona this year?
No, you know, I just think, no, I really think be honest is one thing I want to say to people. Be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Be honest with your heart as well. Mm-hmm. I think I've dated 2 people, but very long term, like 5 years, 6 years. But I've never like had, and even in between you have a break. But be so honest with yourself, because when you are not happy and serving as an empty vessel, that child is also not happy.
Absolutely.
Can I tell you, when you're in a relationship, there's something that is nice
You're
about
in cloud
you.
nine,
Yeah,
man. Yes.
you are more willing to give, like one of
And
our
you wanna-
opportunity in yourself, like you have one good
Yes,
being
yes,
taken care of, and it's
yes.
nice to have shared responsibility, right? Because yes, you're not necessarily handing over your child to the other person, but it's nice for somebody to say, I went to Nike and I got your son these sneakers.
Yes. You know what I mean?
Clock that.
You know?
But I want to also caution to say, with just how much, right? Don't. I have such a hard time with don't hand over your child to that person.
Oh, absolutely.
That is not it.
Yeah.
Yes, the person is willing to be available, but akusho ukuthi lo muntu lo angahamba yolanda ingane yakhe esikoleni usumfaka into a form where they can now sign out your kid.
No.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
That person is your partner,
Yes.
not the child's partner.
Yes.
Because you make it such a distasteful experience for that person as well. And then you hear men saying, hey, amantombazane neingane.
Ayahlupha. Yeah. But it's
Niyasimoshela nina.
but it's also because you've now decided to replace the child's father, right? It is, I feel it's a completely different conversation if that is what the guy wants you to do. But even then, there has to be a level of discernment. There has to be a conversation where you sit down together and you say, okay, fine. If you want to be picking up my child from school, what does that mean?
Right.
Because there's also the element of, should this not work out? That's another
What do we do?
conversation I'm going to
Fair,
have with the
fair,
child.
fair,
You get
fair,
what I
fair.
mean? So we shouldn't be involving our kids in too much of our own personal lives because when things fall apart, they are now involved. And now I'm not dealing with just my heartache. I'm dealing with this kid who probably bonded with this person and they were like besties. And this is somebody that your kid probably was coming to and say, oh, uncle so-and-so, this and that happened. They've developed their own relationship. Yabona ukuthi inavigate differently now. Because it's not it's not just about you.
About that though. I'm so 2 months about that. How on earth did you get that comfortable with that stranger?
It happens.
Okay.
When, let's say you are dating this person 3-4 years down the line, right? You've had this very serious conversation about either I want to do life with you long term or we want to get married. It could be whatever. Let's not assume because
Yes, we want
everybody
to get
wants
married.
to get
Ungena
married.
kumntana nami lapho.
That's a part of your life. Your child is a part of your life. There is no way, Gabi, let's be honest. I
always
cannot be a part of your life and assume your child does not exist. And this goes both ways. The same way that I must accommodate your children when I'm in a relationship with you and I say I want to
Right.
spend the rest of my life with you. At some other point, we have to accommodate each other's children. So that comes with certain levels of responsibility. And part of that responsibility could be your partner saying, Gabi has been working so late. Instead of her struggling, I'm seeing her struggling with picking up Amani from school and let me just help you. For this period that you're having a difficult time, let me be a partner to you. Let me pick up Amani from school just to alleviate the stress for now. We're not saying it's now a daily thing.
Yeah.
But right now,
It's an arrangement. It's help.
Umuntu
in any
wami
way.
is struggling and I am helping, right?
Right.
Because independent women takes us only so far. There are moments where you are literally drowning.
Fair.
And when that person says, I come in peace, I'm here to be a partner, it is what it is.
Look, I'm very 2 months about this. Like, take the help, just don't let go. Or take the help, don't get too comfortable. I don't know if that's
I hear you.
the theory I want to go with, because I've always said, because when the next shiny toy, which is another thing of consistency with people or males, I don't know if it's just males or maybe females also like that, there's no guarantee. He owes you nothing.
But as with everyone,
with everybody,
there is no guarantee.
But now at this case, you have to deal with it at the most fragile purpose as you can, right? So if your kid gets picked up by somebody, to be honest with you, I'd rather get my neighbor to pick up my kid than a guy.
I think in any long-term relationship, that point comes where you are integrating families. it comes.
Mina-
Especially if
mina-
you've
mina
had,
ngicela ukusho ukuthi, mhlambe,
if you've
I'll
had
wait
that
for when you
conversation.
say let's get married.
if you've had that conversation to say, we're working towards doing life together. I'm here for the long term. You're here for the long term.
Sure.
That means even when the brown stuff is hitting the fan,
Right.
we're not going to bail on each other. There then comes that conversation of integrating the families, whether
Dating is
you
not
like
easy,
it
man.
or not.
Guys, dating after 40 is not easy.
Because
you-
nakhona, it would be remiss, I think, of
Yeah.
you together to say, let's get married first and then integrate the kids. That's not fair. That's not fair.
Because you're leaving the kids out of that journey as well.
The kids
right?
need to be
They're
able
not
to
having a
formulate
warm-up
their
as
own
well.
relationship
Yeah.
and navigate one another while you're also navigating yourselves before you can get married. Because what if the kids end up being the reason you don't get married because they just not
Don't like
getting
each
along?
other. True.
And you
do
decide,
really
you know
need to
what,
suss
let's
that
not
out.
get married. Let's do a life partnership. You live in your house, I live in my house. Sizovakashelana. Like,
But there's no formula then, if that's
There
the case.
is no
There's no
formula.
formula. I think it goes back to trust then. It goes back to how you guys feel about each other. It goes
Absolutely.
back, and it just is such a fragile thing to deal with.
It is.
Right?
It
It is
is.
so fragile. And I think from my perspective, I feel like the more 40 I get.
you're already in it,
I know.
mama.
No, the more 40 I get, the more I'm actually like, why are you talking to me?
Why?
I know, for real. It's not even, I'm not even being weird, but I like, singachithelani isikhathi.
I'll tell you why.
Uyazi ufunani.
I'll tell you why.
Nami
You
ngiyazi
feel that way.
ngifunani. Manje yini ndaba ufuna ukuzenza isicefe la kumina?
I'll tell you why you feel that way. And it's something that I've observed in myself. The men I like, I will give all the time in the world to. The men I do not like are the ones that irritate me. Why are you talking to me? Why do you want my time? Why do you want my energy? Ufunani. But it's purely because I do not like you. But when I like you, I don't mind the attention that I'm getting from you.
Really?
I don't. I really don't. But that's how
think
I
I'm
discern how I
impatient
feel about you.
I think I'm impatient then. Or I just I promise you, ask Amani. If you can't do things on time,
When you want to
hello,
manage relationships like you manage a business, that's your problem.
ungangeni ngo-hello, hlala phezu
That's
kwendaba
your
ndoda
that's your
sikhulume.
problem. When you
Hayi
want
sisi ngiyakuthanda, qonda. I really
for
like your
me-
nails, shut up.
For me, what you're saying is almost similar to a sexual arrangement, right? If it's a matter of, listen, uyangikhalela, can we just get to the point? Stop trying to do the whole, let's go out on lunch, let's go to dinner, let me get to know. Dude, you're not trying to get
Nobody
to
gets
know
time.
me.
Yeah.
You are
So,
not trying to get
you
to know
just
me.
want
I'm not
what
trying to
you-
get to
yeah,
know
yeah,
you.
yeah.
I don't want a good morning message from you. I don't want a good night. Let's just, do you get what I mean? Let's get to the point. So now, don't sugarcoat stuff and try and get me to fall for you when you know that is not your
And
intention.
you don't have capacity, right.
Let's just be honest with one another. Sibadala, guys.
But
Sibadala.
I do want to be wooed, just not like that, bro.
But it's not rude to say
I'm
to
saying
me,
to be wooed.
Oh,
like, yeah.
But if
But not
it's-
like
no, but
that,
if it's
man.
purely sex, what are you wooing?
No,
Why are you
I'm
wooing
saying
me?
I do want to be wooed. I'd love to date.
Okay.
No lie. I just, yo, guys, yabona hi ku WhatsApp, I can think,
No, but a high is irritating.
Hlala
Across the
phezu kwendaba
board.
una 40 something bafo.
Yes, across the board.
Hi,
A high is
says
irritating.
man.
Yeah. No, a high is
You and I
irritating across
both
the
are in
board.
our 40s. We know time is money.
Yes.
At this point.
But another thing when it comes to that, when a guy is asking me out, I have found that I am more receptive when a guy says to me, listen, Mpho, can I take you out to lunch on Tuesday at 6:30?
Woo!
This is the place I'd
That's my
like to
love
take
language.
you to. What's your
day
calendar
looking like?
Do you get what I mean? Don't say to me, we should go out to lunch sometime.
Where do you want to go? Why is it a me thing now? It's your problem.
Acts of service. Like it's literally that. Show that you want
You
me
want
in your
me.
life. Put in effort. Because for me, I find effort so sexy, right? But if your level of effort is, let's go out for lunch sometime. Okay.
For sometime unini. I've got a
Sometime could be next year. We're already. I know you're not my kind of guy. You're not my kind of guy, masiege.
And you know
what I
these
mean?
these are things men could actively YouTube, TikTok there's males who are now teaching them about wooing. So I'm just like, usisibhanqa noma ndim andazi man.
No, but it just shows you're a low effort kind of person. If you are low effort in asking me out, then you will be low effort throughout the relationship.
It shows you're a low effort
You're
kind of.
low effort.
That hurts, but okay, yeah.
Mina, I
No, but
can't
that's
be with
true.
a low effort human because Mina, Gabi, when I love.
Very hard.
That's why all my exes want me back. But when I love.
Yeah.
Like there is no man that I've ever been with that will ever say she
I
was
would not
a
want to go
bad
back
person.
there. Yeah, no, same.
Given the
same.
chance, they would all want to come back because Mina Shem, I will make you feel like a king, you know? I will love you, I will respect you, I will make you feel seen. The least you can do is make me feel seen. Hey, you know?
You, me, I'm you. That's
You
actually
know?
very weird because then but the exes are also very tricky because then they keep popping up. Every
Yeah.
Hi, Gabi. No.
But having said that, the one thing I've also had to be conscious about is not to make people suffer for the actions of others. For instance, the whole women who love too much, I do not want to make the next man
Or feel like they shouldn't, yeah.
I can't now give of my all because somebody...
you are not acting like that. Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
That's fair.
So
I also
I've-
give everybody a clean start, yeah.
Absolutely. So that's what I do now. I will put you on a clean slate. What happens after that is really your
Up
own
to you,
doing.
yeah.
It's your own doing.
Take my trust. When you break it, it's you. Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
If you are going to treat me like you're doing me a favor, it's fine, Joe. Let's keep it moving because I am so comfortable sitting on my couch. I'm happy chilling on my couch. Busy in a super spot. Watching. Do you get what I mean?
Let me tell you who's preoccupied.
Do you get what I mean? So for me, I am so comfortable sitting on my own couch, in my own home,
110.
drinking my mimosa. Happy.
And it feels so much better if you've supplied it yourself because then I don't feel like I need to give you something back.
Do you get? Oh, that's another thing. If you are ever with a man who feels like because he paid for a date, you have to go sleep with him, run, sister.
Yeah.
Run.
Fast as you can.
Run. That man is not for you. That man...
It's a transaction.
No.
Basically prostitution.
That's not your person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then there's the new element of men who like to throw money.
No, I don't like that. No. I don't like that.
Because that comes with an element of control.
It's kwele. Yes.
That comes with an element of control.
Yes.
So when a man gives me money too soon in the relationship, for me that's a
flag.
Big red flag.
I agree. But it's also a control thing.
It is.
Because he's trying to gauge just how much he can make you give up.
Yes.
Especially if you're a career woman. I've noticed this men like
Yes.
that because it's a from
Yeah.
that pedestal because I don't even know, but it's more I want to say you public figure woman or the CEO woman because umfana akathandi ukuthandana nentombazana engaphezu kwakhe.
Yes.
That men want I must be above you. So otherwise you feel unattainable. It's
So I must make you feel small.
yeah, like
in
I
some
can't go
way.
to the club with you because Mpho, you know what I mean? It's that. And people who want to dim your lights, especially people who throw money at you, it's because they want to dim that light somehow. And next thing, they always, those kinds of guys, when they offer to marry you, they're the same guys that don't want a double barrel or don't want you to have your surname.
You must
have
change
my
surname.
to my...
Yes.
Be careful.
Yes.
Mbakate, guys.
Although Mina Shem might change my surname because I wanted to.
Hi, babies.
Mina, I was in love. I would get married again, but I would never change my surname again.
There we go, branding.
I would never change my surname again, but I
Branding.
would get married again.
Yeah, no,
Although
marriage,
first prize
death,
for me,
but
to be honest,
change my
is-
surname, bro.
First prize for me is a life partnership.
Oprah statement ne? Nami ngizibona kanjalo guys. Mina ngicela statement wami. I'll be Oprah.
I live in my house. You live in your house. We date.
Number one.
Bemnandi. You know,
As
we jola
long
forever.
as I can get away from you for an hour. we can
Sijola
do this.
forever.
Yeah.
You know?
I can do this.
Yeah.
Because I've noticed
Definitely
proximity
do
is
that.
my issue.
Really?
Manje sohleli la esofeni nami ngifuna ukuhlala so nawe sohleli sesihleli manje sobabili esofeni yini lento esiyenzayo
That's another thing I used to actually, growing
Like.
up, no. I used to think I'm not a physical touch person. I actually realized the older I get, I love physical touch. I love chilling on the couch with my feet on my man's thighs or my head on his lap and we're just talking. Even if we're not doing anything, comfortable silence. I love comfortable silence. We just sit there, we're chit-chatting, homonate. You know, you can be reading a book, I can be reading a book, but we're just touching.
There's
somehow.
somewhere.
Yeah,
ube
there's some
ne-Bluetooth
form of
nyana.
physical touch.
Okay.
Yes.
Because uzolahleka if encwadini
No,
yakho.
angilahleki. I just enjoy
You're
knowing that my person is
Look,
here.
I'll hold your hand in the mall, but at some point, let's let go. Hence sweat. Okay, let's start there. I'll also like sit with you on the couch
not
and
that
lean on
sweaty.
you. Nah, bro. Like, that's a lot of love. Like, listen.
Did you say that's a lot of love?
That's a lot.
What's wrong with a
But
lot
also,
of
why
love?
must it be PDA-ish? Like, but, oh, hi, baby. Ngihlanyisa wena Mandela. No ways, bro. Guys.
But
Manje
what is
wayenza
wrong-
ngathi
okay,
asikhulumi.
okay, but what's wrong with saying mwah, baby, when we
It's
bump
fine
into each
once
other?
in a while. Magala batsiba man bo.
Overt PDA, I get.
Yeah,
where you
man.
are
Ukuthi manje
performing.
You wanna be in my skin. No,
Yes, where you are
don't-
performing,
don't, no.
especially in public. Don't perform. But if it comes naturally, ukuthi
Yeah.
he just happens to hit my bum, engekho, ngiyes ngistrap mara, you know, just a young. That's cute. That's cute. Gabi wants to die. Gabi's like, leave me.
Why are we doing that?
Why not? Gabi wena ngikujole for a while, yes.
Hayi kuningi shem, hayi kuningi kugcwele ibhavu. Awungeke liyaphuphuma leli. How awungeke shem?
Like you're literally like, no, we're not
Look,
doing
these things
this.
I think that are nice, right? These things we can do at the concert when we're singing along.
Yeah.
There's those things, man.
Yeah. Like I love flowers. If I bump into a man who
that's
says
fine.
to me,
I can't
"No."
maintain them, but I can.
I've
But
had a guy say to me, I can't get you flowers because this offer. But so am I. What's your point? I'm
But
also
at the
gonna
moment
die
a
one
man
day.
has an excuse for not wanting to do something, that's where the red flag is.
Low effort.
Ooh.
Low
the
effort.
word
If you can't even buy me flowers because they're gonna
Yeah.
die, I'm also gonna die. Here you are wanting to take care of me. What's your
Sifunani.
point?
You know what I like? I want you to do the effort and do everything for me and then let me decline.
Fair.
Right?
Fair.
Because if I can, guys, I will try keep that rose alive. Yeah? Have you heard there's that gel that they add?
Yes.
Mina ngize ngiyayitsupsa. Meanwhile, you're supposed to pour the whole thing. I'm pouring bit by bit because I'm like, Shem, he must look like
Yes.
I wanted and I tried to keep them
Yes.
alive. Lo and hold. I understand it.
I love them.
And it's okay. No, they're cute, guys. I don't want to lie. It's cute to receive flowers.
Mina, it's what I do for myself. Therefore, continue the tradition.
Buy me a book.
I don't
Those
mind
are my
books, I love
flowers.
books.
Buy
I love
me
books, I love
sneakers, that's my
I love
flowers.
sneakers. I love holidaying. But anyway, so what's your biggest takeaway about dating in your 40s as we wrap up?
I don't like this dinner. Like, don't irritate me. It's badala, man.
Okay.
I can't be every 2 minutes. Don't act like you don't know I have a job.
Yes.
Why the hell do you think it's okay to just call me? Text me. Hi, babe, can I call you?
Yes.
Le yokuthi uvela
Respect
ufone
boundaries.
and expect me to phone.
Bo,
Even my own child knows ukuthi text first because guys, the truth is the older you get, or most likely your career is actually at the height of it, right? I'm there presenting usiphuya phone. Yeah?
Now everybody's looking at me.
There's that. It's pattern guys.
no,
Know
I
how
agree.
to, navigate around that.
Yeah.
The good morning is not. I love communication. I won't lie. If you don't tell me you went somewhere, to me it's as far as you didn't go. So if I see it on Instagram, oh my God, you better be able to answer. It's quiet at the same breath. I don't want to lie to you. Me, I'm a woman who loves hard and I'm very possessive. If you're mine, you're mine.
I'm so unpossessive.
Ngifuna isithembu hamba dlala lapha na bomsele. I'm not your type.
I'm so unpossessive.
No, there are girls out there who are looking for that stuff. It's fine, go.
Yeah.
Yes, I might not want marriage, right? But there's no in my allowance that I can share.
Yeah.
I want to be able mangikufonela nami. Mangithi, wait, can I call you now? Uthi yes. Ngangidini mina. Ngizangokuncane nje.
On that note, I
What
think
do you want?
my biggest takeaway is honesty. Let's just be honest with one another. Whatever it is you want, just be honest.
Yep.
From the very
Communicate.
beginning. Communicate, be honest, and let's just have fun, guys. Badala, life is tough. I want to
Baby.
have fun with you.
Yo,
right?
Lalele concert.
Let's plan little dates. Let's plan. There's the little
Breakfast.
things. Mina
Park
so
run.
happy.
Baby,
I also
better
want to
you
go to
people
Italy
watch.
and go have pizza. Happy. I am that girl on extremes.
Show
but
initiative as well.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Just give me effort.
Yeah.
But on that note, we're being told we've run out of time because cool. More than anything, I'd love to know what your experiences have been with regards to
Absolutely.
dating in your 40s. Are you finding it nice? Are you finding
it
it
harder?
challenging? What are some of your biggest learnings?
Yeah.
What are things that people need to be aware of that you feel like red
Like and
flag,
subscribe.
run?
Like and subscribe.
Bye, guys.